You really have to get to know the clay. You have to know what it does, what it likes to do.
Where are you from? Tell me about yourself.
I was born in Incheon and adopted when I was 9 months old. So I grew up in West Tennessee for most of my life. And then I moved a little bit around everywhere. So I was in New York for a little bit, and then I moved to Los Angeles, and I've been there almost 15 years. So I kind of feel like I'm from Los Angeles.
You were associated with the Asia Culture Center residency program.
This is my first residency, my first time in Korea, the first time working with Korean clay. So it was a lot of new experiences, but as I said before, walk through the doors that open. And I'm here walking through this door, and it's really challenged my work. It's gonna push my work to a different place. And again, it's like an opportunity to be here in Korea and experience firsthand the culture that I'm referencing in my art.
There's a difference in the quality of clay in Korea. So how, like, in this environment, what was your experience?
You really have to get to know the clay. You have to know what it does, what it likes to do, and you can't force it. You have to spend time getting to know how you can manipulate it with honoring it. So coming here, not touching this clay, not really touching many other porcelain clays except this one, it was already a challenge. But again, like, I've been here a little over a month, and I'm starting to find this relationship with Korean clay, being able to use my visual language and find a place with certain Korean clays, Korean porcelains, to be able to make the forms that brought me here to this country.
I heard you had a very unique career build up.
Yeah.
Tell me more about that.
And I did that for about 7 years. And then in tandem with that, I was starting to do ceramics just as a hobby. And then after that, I had all these ceramics, specifically in the pandemic. I started working with porcelain, and we had a lot of time in our hands. So I was just researching about the materials, about the processes, and I realized that porcelain had this like very extensive relationship with Korea.
Can you explain to us in a layman's terms on what the form of your porcelain and how it came to be?
So when I was studying and researching about Korean pottery, I noticed that they were classic forms, if you will. So I decided to use that as my base forms for all of my work. So like here, it's a kimchi pot, a moon jar, abstracted, double-bellied vase, peach vase. So again, Korean people can like identify these. They've seen them in their grandmother's homes. They see them all over Korea. So it's a signifier that I'm Korean. And then the abstraction of the forms were coming from all these different plants. A lot of them that I grow in my garden, and a lot of these different plants that have really interesting stories.
And how you, it's a journey for you to find your roots.
Yeah, I mean, I think through this art practice, I have learned so many more things about Korean people. I mean, I'm in Korea now, meeting you, meeting so many different people, having more food, learning the culture, and it's all through these forms. It's these. I think it's the work that says that I'm really serious about trying to connect, as opposed to just saying, "Oh, it'd be nice to go to Korea one day. I think it'd be nice to go to my motherland." My entire body of work is centered around this longing to connect with something that I haven't had the opportunity to. So the work really does speak for itself. It speaks to the duality of me as a resilient person and me as a Korean, resilience of being Korean American, being part of the diaspora community in America. So it's a really good representation of myself. I feel like if I wasn't sitting here and you just saw this work and maybe a small artist statement, you'd be able to see kind of my intentions with the work.